So a lot of things been happening this morning. Right now it's about 11:45 ish. Let me see. Yeah, it's 11:45. And I just got off of what would have been 2 hours, but I've been on a call since 10 o'clock this morning. And right before that, I did another readiness assessment. If you don't know what that is, go check out my last video and I go over what a readiness assessment is. But today we still have a couple of different things on the agenda, but it's really going to be like a light day. I have one more meeting that I have to do, and it's the second to the last readiness assessment. We were hoping to get this done in 3 weeks, but it's pushing over into one more week because someone else came up during a discussion with one of the fulfillment center managers, and we definitely have to speak to that person because in order to get that perspective, since they will be stepping into that role once we go live, of making sure that all the team members are on board and have the tools that they need in order to succeed and maintain that success. So I can't wait for that conversation. That's happening next Thursday. But today we are speaking with a VP of one of the fulfillment centers. So just want to see her perspective on things. And last week, I mentioned that 2 weeks ago that I was on a podcast. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, like, if you want to grow your business, do things like that. Like, just put yourself out there. I put myself out there on a podcast, and now I have 3 inquiries that I have to respond to about potential work that is out there. So I am so happy that I did that. Like, I just was like, you know what? I just gotta create noise around this. Because, like I mentioned, you know, it's nothing new. Like, change management is nothing new. But if people, like, companies just, they don't really have it. Like, I've been on so many projects and I have not seen change management. But I can tell you one thing, when change management is on the project, you could definitely tell. You could definitely tell. Because if it's not, a lot of that work is going to fall on the project manager, and their responsibilities and what a change manager is supposed to do is totally, totally different. Two different responsibilities, but it's expected for one person, usually. But other than that, it's really gonna be a chill day. It's raining, but you know what? It's still it still looks nice outside. I mean, do y'all see that view? Like, I know you can't see the view from this way. That's just the apartment building. But from that way, over here, that's a nice view. That's a nice view. So that just makes everything better, like having that type of view. But I'm gonna find some time today because I was on a call at, like, I think it was, yeah, around 4 o'clock yesterday, and someone brought another project to my attention, and they want me to help them put together a proposal for a change manager on the project. So I'm gonna see what that is about because, I mean, it's a pretty interesting project. The project has not met any of its milestones since it started. It's 2 years overdue. So this is what we would call a critical management project. And while it does have a change management team on it, um, let's just say that team that's on there is just not performing at the levels that they should be performing at as a change manager. I'm telling y'all, this is not a hard job at all. If you really enjoy helping people, giving them the tools and the resources in order to succeed, I'm telling y'all, like anybody could do this job. You just have to have empathy, you have to have stakeholder management abilities, you have to be able to communicate effectively, you have to be very persuasive. I mean, those are all the skills that you need. I mean, really, a lot of different jobs can easily transfer into this. But I have a little break until 1 o'clock until my next assessment, and I'm going to take this time and I'm going to go ahead and do something for one of my properties because we're on the fence on whether or not we're going to sell it or not. So I have to just finish up that worksheet and I'll get back with y'all when I'm done. So, have you ever done a readiness assessment?
No.
By any chance? Okay. Yeah, this is not a quiz. We're not going to give it to anybody. There's no right or wrong. We're just trying to gauge your readiness across 5 different categories. The 5 different categories we're going to be going over is awareness, desire, the knowledge section, ability, and reinforcement. Like if you have any reinforcements currently to make sure that success is sustained, determined on what you define as success. We'll go over that in a second. So this is just the first go round. And what I mean by the first go round is we will do this same exact activity towards the end of the project, right before go live. Now it won't be an hour like this one, but what we're gonna do is the areas where you have low readiness in, we're going to address those at that time because it should be high. Because if it's not, that means someone has not done their job, right? So just sit back. This is going to be a fun conversation. No pressure. So, the first question for awareness, from your perspective, what is the problem for why we need the change? So, that assessment went really, really, really well. She was on it. We were able to finish it in about 30 minutes, but after every call, I like to wrap up with the PM just to go over to make sure we're aligned on each of the different areas and making sure that we are scoring appropriately. But other than that, it's the end of my day. It is, what time is it? Let me see. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. I started today at 9 o'clock and I'm done. I had a break for about an hour. So, yeah, I would think that this is a pretty good day. Once again, low stress. We get to talk to a lot of people within a company. So if you like doing that, if you like having these conversations and you see on the thing, like we have fun, like it's a fun interaction. And the good thing is they're ready for the solution. They're ready. And this is the first time in a very long time where I see everyone in the company on board. So this makes my life a lot easier because it's none of that, oh, we have to do the convincing game and making sure we're getting buy-in from the people that should be getting buy-in in the first place. So this is a real example of when a company does it the right way. And throughout these assessments, we have been getting feedback like, oh, well, the communication is great. Well, as you know, the communication falls on change management. So that's great feedback. And we just love to hear things like that and make everything accessible to everybody and making sure that they know where to go if they want to get resources and things to that nature. But other than that, I am going to sign out for the rest of the day. I'm going to do a little shopping. It's Friday. It's a little rainy, but there are just a few things I need to get. But let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this video, if you want me to do anything else in particular on change management. But until next time, peace out.